I remember when this was first aired on Art Bell. It was some time ago, recently, but a couple years ago, and they ran a PSA on it, a psychological stress analysis, and it turned out to be either a very good actor or somebody who was quite sincere about what they were talking about. The first thing that popped into my mind was Stargate, where the government is dealing in the movie, in the series, with alien life forms and threats to the Earth all the time, keeping this away from the public, because the public does not want to panic. It's also a whole lot like MIB. I have now gone back and watched a bunch of movies, plan to watch 2010 again, I think. The Men in Black, they made a bunch of comments about the people aren't supposed to see any of this, they're not supposed to see the weapons, they're just supposed to go out there busy, meaningless little lives, and this would be way too much for them to handle. That was the whole premise of MIB. And when you look at what's going on, what people are doing right now, and what's coming out, it certainly seems that that could very well be the case. I mean, after all, the mafia does exist, even though I've never come into contact with it or had anything to do with any of it. The Yakuza exists. Gangs exist. I haven't had any personal interactions with any of them, but it's no secret that they do in fact exist. Many of these people are under blood oaths. Area 51 may be one example. CIA. I'm sure there are blood oaths in gangs, and there were definitely blood oaths in the mafia, where you never spoke of anything you were not supposed to speak of, regardless of the circumstances, unless you want anybody that you hold precious in your private life to be physically modified in some way or another. So keeping secrets is very easy, especially when something is at this scale, where you could be brainwashed to believe that what you are doing is absolutely right, and you are protecting the entire world from a knowledge that they are ill-equipped to handle and would otherwise create and cause gigantic panic. This was a very interesting little release. I think that we're being warned in our movies constantly. Everything from Jericho to Star Trek. Star Trek was one of the biggest one world order notions there has ever been. We're from Earth. They never said the USA or Russia. Well, the little Russian guy would say that from time to time, but basically they all came from Earth. One government, one world order, a couple of different languages, but otherwise the same people with the same goal and the same government and the same rights.